Welcome to FrequenZeeTV, guys. My name is Z, your high vibrational, spicy brain, overall wellness and comfort creator coach here on the vibes and on all plats. I'm so glad you're here. You beamed up to healing frequency and those good vibes. Thank you for being here and sharing space. And of course, we're starting off this week with some motivation as always. And this week we're doing confidence boosting. Yes, chimmies, that's why I started dropping so much content today, giving you guys that motivation with some confidence in there. So last week we focused on stress releasing and letting it all go, right? So we were like, nope, that's it. No more stress. We're going to work on the stress while we work on everything else, right? We were letting it go. And of course, we were using dancing, mindfulness, and movement as we always do to release and stress and reset the energy. So we always do the movements and activities here, but we use them in different ways to help with different areas of our wellness and overall wellness and being. Okay, guys. Tonight, we are going to be tapping into the frequency of strength and flow using deep stretching, and it's going to help us with regulation. We're going to be building it with confidence, strength, helping with toning through the body and mind connection. All right, guys. And of course, we're going to be having fun through it while we're moving, affirming, recharging the body with self-love, and of course, grounding it down to the ground, making sure that we sit in those beautiful, beautiful vibes. Now, of course, when we use the same tools and the skills, as I've mentioned before, we practiced and we tapped into them. We also use them to help us transmute and shift those energies. So that's what we're going to use them for this week. We're going to use those same skills that we've been doing, that you guys see me doing on the platforms and everything. And we're going to make sure that we continue on with those skills and making sure that we continue on with our building of self-confidence. We're going to reset and recalibrate those energetic levels to help us shift on talking to ourselves and filling ourselves with those beautiful words and our cups. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we're using those skills as far as what we need to basically fill in. So like basically shift into that positive mode, you're gonna clock yourself, you're gonna lock in. Okay, that's basically what we're doing. Okay, and making sure that when we sit and transmute those energies, we're sitting with self and talking to ourselves beautifully to also extend those beautiful words and those feelings out to people that you are surrounded with and you want to be always around, feeling those loves and those cuddles and stuff with whoever that is. Okay, so we're also making sure that we're reminding ourselves and we're reflecting on the fact that we need to make sure we show up for self. Okay, so that's a part of having the boost in confidence, helping self to show up for self. And that's why we use these different skills to help and build up that sass, that, ooh, I know I could do that, So make sure you lock in, chimmies, so that you can help elevate your self-confidence, your self-concept, your self-love, those positive affirmations. We're going to be setting those intentions and releasing what doesn't serve self, of course, as we always do. All right, so that we can breathe lighter, sleep deeper, and of course, carry the ease with self during the week to help with daily routines and of course with the healing that we're doing throughout the week with and recovery as well, chimneys. All right, so this week's hashtags, okay, that you're going to see me putting here and there with some of the videos, if you're following me on all the platforms and everything, you're going to see them. So hashtag strength, hashtag toning, hashtag dance fitness, hashtag wellness journey, hashtag TikTok live, of course, because that's where you can find me, hashtag mind body strong, hashtag confidence is me, okay, and hashtag hello is me. Okay, perfect. Hello, sissy. Perfect week to drop that hashtag. Okay, such a very empowering 3 little hashtag where it's hello is me, I'm here. All right, guys, so here are some of the mantras that we're gonna start off to help us kick off the week with some kick-ass confidence within self. Okay, all right, I am capable of showing up authentically for self. All right, show up with you, show up with self, show up with your vibe. Whoever doesn't love it, whoever doesn't like it, whatever. I tell you guys all the time, dance like everyone and no one is watching, because at the end of the day, somebody is always gonna have something to say. But are you gonna let it just ruin your fucking day? No, 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 no. That's it. That's it. You're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be doing whatever I'm gonna be doing, okay? It makes me happy. It made me happy, okay? Loving myself allows me to love others, okay? This is why I mentioned earlier, so that when you start loving yourself or pouring more love into yourself, you export that into others, okay? Naturally, it just happens, okay? It just attracts it and it just happens, okay? So make sure that you keep that locked in, all right? Give some self some love, okay? This is how I give myself some love, okay? I stim it out, my little gotcha. I am surrounded by love and I radiate love to those around me, okay? Love yourself. When I tell people love yourself, whether it's giving them a read or giving them a good, rich, loving vibe, right? Either way, it's gonna come through love. Because when I say love yourself, I really mean it. Love yourself. Go love yourself. You wouldn't be spreading all this hate, all this negativity, all this toxicity if you love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you'll end up attracting and already assuming and surrounding and immersing yourself with love itself. So it attracts that. You end up being surrounded with people, with things, with environments, places, people, things. Okay, nouns. Okay, the nouns, like I mentioned before. I am confident in my ability to set healthy boundaries. This is being kind to yourself. How many times have I told you guys? Kindness to yourself means boundaries for self and for others, okay? Remember that. I am confident and capable of achieving my successes. Yes, you are, Jimmy. Yes, you are. You got a project, you're going to get it done. You want to gain weight, you're going to get it done. You want to lose weight, you're going to get it done. You want to get that six-pack, you're going to get it done. You're going to finish that project at school, you're going to get it done. You're going to go garden, however you feel, and take gardening, you're going to get it done. Those errands, that book, you're going to get it done. And whatever success is, that promotion, you're going to get it. You work hard for it. As I say, act as if you have or you are already in it, but don't rack your brain and stressing about it. You start speaking that into yourself, it's already gonna start fulfilling itself. And it may not happen quickly, but it's gonna happen. And again, Jimmy's, don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right there or if it doesn't happen however you want it. Remember, that means it's just the background, right? The background of everything, the settings. Decompartmentalizing, right? And it's literally doing the work behind it because it's shifting to make room for things that are supposed to be for you. So again, you are confident and you are capable of achieving all of your successes, okay, Jimmys? I trust the wisdom of my body. And I put this one in there because I want you guys to understand the power of your body. The power of how beautiful and receptive your body can be when you give it that attention and you want to put those things into it, okay? So remember, you trust the wisdom of your body. Your body knows. It has DNA from eons and eons ago, all right, of how to do this. You just got to learn how to tap into it, clock in and lock in, okay? Clock in. Clock it to yourself. I appreciate and love my body. Now, Chimmies, for those Chimmies out there who may have low self-esteem or a sense of, but Z, I've been working hard. Z, I don't like the way I look, Z. Love your body. Your body is allowing you to do all these other achievements and successes around your life. Everything else will come for it, whether it's through information, whether it's through medically, whether it's for you putting your own help, whether it's for you getting your own, whatever it is. Okay, but please, that is one thing I had to learn and still stand on heavily back then and even further, and sometimes have my cup filled in. to be reminded that I have to appreciate and love my body. My body does amazing things. It heals itself when I rest, okay? It lets me process information. It allows me to contortion myself and move and express myself freely. It allows me to do. And for many chimmies out there, that might not be the case. They might not have certain things. That's understandable. But that's the beauty of understanding your other senses. You know, like, I know there are chimneys out there that I've met that they've come to feeling okay with, you know what, this has happened, but you know what, I've heightened all these other areas. And it's taken time for them to get there, but they got there. They took their time. They trusted their body, the wisdom of their body, and they appreciated what their body was able and still capable of doing. Okay, so please remember those two, okay? Carry those two for the rest of the week. I'm going to keep those two. I'm going to remind you guys of those two so you guys continue to sit with those two, okay? Those last three, as a matter of fact, I am confident and capable of achieving my successes, because you are. I trust the wisdom of my body, because you should, and you should be, and you will learn how to. And you already do somewhat. You wouldn't be functioning right now in some places and areas. Give yourself those bubbles of gratitude and celebration, chimneys, okay? Bubbles. It's okay. I appreciate and love my body, remember. And if you want more mantras, you guys know you can find it in the 369 book. I have it on the showcase. You can also find the I would, but my damn mind won't let me. I'm going to jump into a few excerpts and then just expand on them, not too long, and then I'll, move along, okay? So again, the 369 journal for mantras, journaling, affirming, disciplining self, getting those positive mind shifts and sets in, grounded. And then, of course, we're jumping in real quick to I would, but my damn mind won't let me, okay? By Jackie Latrana. She's a licensed practitioner, nurse practitioner who studied, behavioral and human science and all that stuff. So, I wanted to read two excerpts, and it's just reminders, which I love how she puts it. She's like, remember, because I do that for you guys too. So this part of the book, and again, I take my time reading the books because I really do sit and think, right? So, all right, guys. So this one talks about how when you feed your subconscious, remember, whatever you are focusing on, you are telling your subconscious mind to give you more of that thing. It's like feeding a monster food and watching it grow out of control right in front of your eyes. To put more context to that, when she speaks of feeding the subconscious negative thoughts. And when you feed the negative thoughts, you're basically giving it the permission, your subconscious the permission to give you more evidence, to find more evidence in your head, in your visuals, in your environment, to feed into that thought. Which goes back to Joseph Nguyen. Don't believe everything that your mind thinks, right? Don't sit in those negative thoughts. Whether you focus on the negative or the positive aspects of any event or thought, you must spend energy on those thoughts. Why not focus your energy on positive, powerful thoughts that will create the results you are looking for? So again, this goes back to what Joseph Nguyen says as well in his book. If you sit on a thought that didn't have any reason to pop in, but you sit with it, you're feeding it. You're giving your subconscious permission to give it evidence, right? So if you command your conscience to feel or be in that thought, whether negative, right? You got to calm yourself. But if you command your subconscious to feel or be confident, calm from the get, right? Like, just, this is the energy I want to be in. This is where I want to lock into. Your mind will look for evidence of that to support it. And the question might arise, but Z, what happens when you have that negative thought and all this happens? And then you don't feed into the suffering, because then you create your own suffering. You start creating what we call an allocation of energy. You're the boss, right? You're the boss, you're telling it. You're pushing the buttons. So when you push the buttons and you tell your subconscious, no, I don't want to think this. As a matter of fact, cut this out. You press that button. And you give the subconscious lack of energy from that thought. And then when you start getting into a state of calmness, or when you give a new command to your subconscious, it allows for more of evidential research of your subconscious for it to want to do that evidence. Like, oh, I want to look for more of this then. This is what I'm being told to do, so I have to go do this. Think of your subconscious as your assistant. That's what she puts it as in the book. And I love it because I'm like, you know what? Yes, I got to tell you what to do. Because if not, then you're going to like have me feel a different way. And then I have to go back from that, so it makes sense, right? I'm going to put the step, a little synopsis of the steps that she puts for you to get from a very suffering state or a very negative state to a calm, positive state. And it takes time to do this. It takes practice. So Jimmy's, that's going to be the practice for this week. I want you guys, I'm going to practice it as well. I already do something similar to it, but just in that sense. So again, if you guys want to go check out the book, it will be in the showcase. Okay. So, all right. So here are some reminders. Remember, take your mindful breaks throughout the stretch. Okay. Hydrate like it's your superpower. So have your hydration, your water, whatever it is. Listen to your body's signals. Again, going back to one of the affirmations, or both affirmations. I trust the wisdom of my body. I love and appreciate my body. So again, listen to your body's needs. That's part of self-love, having that receptive self-love back and forth. Okay. And if you get stuck in a pose or a move, I will do my best to modify for you guys so that you can follow along, and then I will go back, jump back into the main pose. Again, shimmies, give yourself space, grace, and pace so that you can go, grow, and glow back to self gently. Okay, shimmies? Be mindful. Remember, have fun and vibe responsibly. Okay? All right, shimmies. Tonight, we are doing a deep, full body stretch and regulation. It's about 30 to 35 minutes long. Okay, we're gonna definitely start in a standing position, but before we start that standing position, I want you guys to make sure you set an affirmation first. Locked it in? Great. Once you have that affirmation locked in, make sure that you sit with it. Repeat it in your head, say it out loud, however you feel comfortable, feeling receptive to that affirmation, okay? And remember to feel it, be intentful with your movements, and breathe through it, shimmies, okay? This is, again, at your space, grace, and pace. All right, shimmies. In a stand-up position, you're already up here. Hello, guys. We're gonna bring those arms up. We're gonna do 4 breaths. Slowly inhaling from the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Holding it there for 10 seconds. We're going to go into neck circles. Start with whichever side you feel comfortable. 2, 1, chin to chest, shimmies, and roll. 3 to each side, shoulders relaxed. Hold it there. 3 at the chin. 2, 1. Bring it over to the other side 3 times. Slowly. Shoulders are still relaxed, shimmies. Breathe through it. Feel it all melting away. And you building up into this light. This newfound light. I'm just kidding, Jimmy. You always had it. You just need a little bit of a spark. And chin to chest, Jimmy's. Hold it there. We're going to go into a rotating neck. We're going to slowly bring that neck and that head over. Still looking down, but just shift it to one of the sides of your shoulders, whichever one. Excuse me. Leave those shoulders nicely and relaxed. And then bring it up. Let yourself be sun-kissed. Imagine the sun. And then roll it down as if you're going to do a neck circle, right? But we're going to leave it facing down like a half moon. Okay, hold it there. And then bring it up. Remember, Jimmy, we're gonna figure it out together. Building and boosting together. Strengthening and toning together. And then bring it down back into that chin to chest. Hold it there. And then bring it up. We're going to do a 30-second pause. You guys can go drink hydration. And in 10 seconds, we're going to go into a forward flexion stretch. We're going to use gravity to help give us that nice pull, that slow intensity. And of course, use your elbows as a guide, your chest and torso aligned, okay? Bring in your feet just slightly close. And then bring those hands up and bring the head down. And then slowly just bring those elbows down as if you're closing a clip, right? And hold it there. Let gravity do the rest. Still breathing through it, Jimmys. And then bring it back up slowly. Bring those hands down. And slowly bring that head up. Repeating that affirmation, Jimmy. And then bring it back down slowly. Align your head. Look forward. And we're going to go back into that sweet spot, grounded position. And bring those hands and those arms back. Stretch those shoulders and those shoulder blades and just bring it forward slowly. Trust your body. Remember, Jimmy's. Bend those knees just slightly to allow more of that pull. And just let it sink in. Trust your body to have that balance, that strength. Be confident in your breaths, in your poise. And then bring your body back up slowly. Push out just slightly. And release. All right, Jimmy's 30 seconds. All right. We're going to bring it to the floor once you're done getting your hydration, repositioning. We got about 10 seconds. And when you bring it to the floor, we're going to sit in gratitude position, prayer pose, however you want to call it. We're going to paint the canvas, Jimmys. All right. I want you to visualize the colors that make you feel bright, that make you feel inspired, make you feel inspired to get up and be in that confidence that you know that you have, but it just needs a little bit more spark. So I want you guys to tap into your inner child and dip those fingers into imaginary paint. And I want you to finger paint on the canvas, okay? Paint your world. Paint you. Bringing it in through the motion. Remember, the motion is important. That's the fun part. And bring those arms up. Yes, let the paint drip, right? Gets messy. It gets visualizing messy, right? And then turn the hands around and then paint the canvas. Bring those hands nicely and gently. Sway them to the side. You're going to feel a sense of energy, a heat, maybe a pull, maybe a little bit of stimulation coming from those hands. Dip. Give it a little swivel right there. Give it a little mix. And bring it up. Paint the canvas, Jimmy. And now we're going to get a little messy. We're going to bring it into lotus mode, right? Get comfortable now. And now you're going to bring it back and bring it up. Stretch it up even further. And flow. Breathing at your pace. One more time, guys. Dip it into the paint. Your paint might be already all mixed up. You bring it back up. And flow. Imagine the paint dripping on the canvas, mixed in. Immerse yourself in that affirmation. Spell it out. And hold it there. We're going to go into a side-to-side stretch in about 10 seconds. Well, lucky for you, Judah, I did see it. Condolences on your father. And I thank you for your service, sir. Okay? And thank you for being here. I hope being here has a calming effect for you, Jimmy. Welcome. Hello, Jolly. How are you feeling? All right, bring it in side to side. Bring those arms up. We're in a position. And bring the hand down. And bring it over, guys. Yes. Stretch out. And then push up. And then bring it over. Alexa, resume. Bring that arm up, still stretched, and bring it back. Bring it back in. reversing the positions and the movements and bringing them over. Hello, sis. How are you feeling? You guys know what to do. Bring it over. Stretch. Extend as far as you can. Get that oblique and that side tummy nice. And move. Bring it up and extend. Push outward. Bring the arm up and push in and extend again. And then reverse slowly. Letting it all nice and flow. Yes, chimmies. Nice and jello mellow. Yes. We're going to do some arm circles. Bring those arms out. And just flow. 5 to the back. Make the last one extend outward. Align. Hold. And then bring it over 5 to the front. Extend. And bring it to center. And bring it in. And to the side. Alright guys, we're going to do breathing flies. Get ready. And bring them up. Just flow with it, guys. Breathe through it. Graceful, beautiful, peaceful, confident, radiant being you are. Yes, you are. Like a butterfly. Breathe and fly. Bring it lower and bring it up. Yes, Jimmy's. Bring it low and bring it high. Hold it there, very graceful, just melt into it. And bring the hands gently as if you're a fairy godmother. Slowly align. Align. And place the hands on the mat. Hold it there for 30 seconds, guys. Letting those arms circulate. We're going to go into tummy rolls, cat-cow rolls, and we're going to go into downward dogs. Okay, so it's all torso and full body right now going into it. All right, so we're still in sit position, excuse me, guys. And we're going to bring it in. We're going to start with the tummy rolls. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Okay. Hands on your knees, Jimmys. And we're just going to slowly start rolling. Get that nicely done. Roll it around. Bring it around. Give it one more to each side before we bring the hands up. Okay? And roll it up. Very gently. They give you a milkshake. I always gotta go to food. Jimmy's. Roll it to each side one time. And align and gently place it down. Slowly, slowly, gently, nice and gently. 10-second hold. Let the circulation go through to the fingers so that we can get into our cat-cow roll. Tonight's cat-cow roll, we're going to do the rolls to each side. So we're going to roll 3 times one side, 3 times to the other side. Okay, so getting into that position on all fours. Make sure that you have balance. You're well grounded on the hands and on the legs and the knee area. And we're going to bring the hands just slightly up once you have that positioning, because you want to make sure that the knees and the legs are giving you good support in the back, okay? And once you have that, you're going to bring yourself low and roll. Ooh, nice and gently, Jimmy. You're going to feel a little snap and pop here and there if you have or if you need it. It will do it on its own. And once you get to the low, reset and go the opposite side. Stay with flow. Be confident in your rotations, okay? Trust your body and go and flow into it. Ooh, nice little pop here and there. And from the bottom, bring it up. Also helping to strengthen our upper body and our shoulders and our arms. Nice and gently. Alright guys, going into a downward dog. We're going to separate those hands one more time to bring them back into original positioning, all fours. Bring those toes in as if you're going to lift up, and make sure that those heels are on the floor. Okay, if you need to position, of course, position yourself to wherever you need to go, and make sure if you need to balance, fix yourself. Don't compromise the position. If you need a break, just do a little shift with your heels and your feet there, okay? Hold it there, chimmies. And then bring it in slowly. Knees down. Alexa, resume. Breathe it in, chimmies. Excuse me. And then once you have your circulation back onto your legs, feet, and hands, of course, we're gonna sit into I love this position. We're gonna go into a peeing in Sweden. So from where you're at, okay, I'm gonna demonstrate. So you're gonna sit, okay, you're gonna go from that position, you're gonna sit like this, okay, because we gotta stay there because we're gonna go into pigeon stretch and also a cobra. So once you get, so again, I'm gonna demonstrate. When we go back from here, right, you're gonna go into that grounded position. Make sure that you can sit flat on both feet, okay? Sit flat. Hey Jen, welcome Cherry. And we're gonna bring those hands up and then bring them down. We're gonna use those shoulders, the elbows, and keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Back is straight. Elbows are helping to hold and separate our knees so that we can help open up that somatic area, the sacral, to release. We need to release, okay, chimneys. Releasing from these areas also helps to boost in areas where you need to fill your cup. So if you're feeling like if you have any stagnant energies, it's yucky energy, you're not feeling in your confident self, you may need to shift some of that energy out, or all of it. You have to find a tool or a skill or an activity that will allow for that transmutation of and transfer of energy out, so that you can fill the other areas with what you need to fill it with, which is positive mindsets, feel good energy, giving yourself that self-love, doing those activities that you love to do, whether it's crafting, doing something outside, taking a drive, whatever it is. It allows you to help open up the ports for those areas, because you're cleansing the areas that you need to cleanse, to allow those areas to be being taken care of, so hold it there, jimmies. We're still there, and we're gonna take one hand and just twist up, like if you're pushing up, helping to strengthen those lower legs, those glutes. You guys always ask me, Z, how do you stay down? Bring it down, guys. We're gonna get ready to do the other arm. How do you stay down? I do these type of things, chimneys. Help open up those areas. Help balance. Bring it up, chimneys. And then bring it back down. Yes. And I want you to focus now, bringing your hands close to that solar plexus and that sacral area. Keep it down there. It adds a little bit more intensity to those hips. And bring it up as it slowly releases. And sit into it. We're going into a pigeon stretch. Sit into it and roll those legs into 2 L's, okay? You're going to bring it into 2 L's. And we're going to extend that leg. Okay, Jimmy. Extend that leg. And all we're doing today, okay, on Friday we pushed in. What we're doing today, we're going to bring it forward, okay? I want you guys to get comfortable with just sitting with self right here. Channel those feelings out. Use the leg that's extended as an antenna, right? To help those feelings just kind of extend out. When I'm doing fork healing, like tuning healing, frequency healing on Rick or on self, I tell Rick to tell his mind, right, to command his mind to shift the feeling, right, the vibration, the feeling, the sound, whatever feels comfortable for him at the time, and to shift it in the area that is bothering him, and then to help it flow out with like I'll give him like a body massage and stuff, and it'll help shift out the physical, right, the pain or the discomfort. And I'll also tell him after doing that, do the same method, right? So you command those feelings. So as you're sitting here, you're telling your body, I trust the wisdom of my body. I trust it for it to release what no longer resides with me. It's going to take out that energy. I'm going to feel it. Once I shift it, I already feel it. You're going to feel it. Once you start talking to yourself or reaffirming those things, you're going to feel it. You're going to have a sense of, ooh, this feels good. I'm confident that I'm going to be able to do the other side, and I'm going to be able to stretch out and continue on with the rest of my stretch. We're almost done, chimneys. We're almost done. And bring it up. And then we're going to twist over to the other side, okay? Slowly bringing it in. Again, extend. And then bring it down. And then bring it back up slowly. Slowly, Jimmy's. Going into a cobra. We're going to lie down. Remember, Jimmy's. Slowly with this, keep that hip to the floor, as closely to the floor as possible. And bring it up slowly. Ooh, nice and gently. Little pop right there at the lower spine area. And then bring it down slowly. Bring it up. We're going into a child's pose, okay? So from where you're at, you're going to bring it from there, right? I'm just bringing myself closer so you guys can see. You're going to bring it in. And you're going to go into that child's pose, guys. Stretch out that back. Hold it there. Sit those glutes on the heels. Bring those hands to the back. And just hold them there, Jimmy. Just hold them. We're not doing a heavy head today. Oh yeah, we are doing a heavy head. That is the next one, as a matter of fact.
Hold there for 5 more seconds, shimmies, before we bring those arms up. And bring the arms up. And slowly with the body, push it onto the head. And hold it there. And then bring it down slowly, chimmies. And then slowly release and let go from the shoulders and just hold it there. Wiggle those fingers. Bring it up slowly. We got our spine twist and then our lower back massage. And then our breathing and we're done, shimmies. I love this next move, guys. We're going to lay down on our back, okay? Remember, bring it in. And then twist. And then hold. Extend that arm out to the other side. If you feel confident, lift it up and extend just as much as you can, just to help stretch out that lower quad. And shimmies when you feel confident. If you weren't able to do the position, lift it up and you're still in the other one, that's okay. I want you to twist in your hip a little bit further. So instead, you're here, right? I want you to bring it forward. Push it forward, right? For those of you with me up here, bring it up and then push it forward, okay? It's still going to give that push from that lower spine, but also that extension on that glute and that quad area. And then bring it back down, swing it down slowly. Oh, feel that gentleness, that twist back, and just lay right back. It's just gonna go slow. You're gonna go into it. It's just supposed to be like butter, okay? Like, all right, then bring it up with the other leg, and then extend. And hold it there. Twist out to the other side. You can do the lift now, shimmies, and extend. I'm gonna push forward. So let's still get that stretch right here. You're gonna feel it's gonna be like on your glute area, right here, and of course on your spine. Feels so good. And bring it down and just swing it down, and you should just fall and rest into it. All right, guys, bringing it back up with both knees. Ooh, nice. And we're just gonna bring our head up, roll up into a ball, and just go side to side. Just little by little, that's it. It's gonna give that lower back a little massage, little pressure. Let's help alleviate some tightness maybe that you might have. The more curve that you do, the more you're going to feel it in your lower back and in your mid back, okay? And then slowly bring it down with the legs. Ooh, and bring those arms up and just lie on your back for a minute. Let all that movement circulate. Alright, guys, slowly open your eyes. Bring those hands back down. And bring those legs and knees up slowly. Bring yourself, using those elbows slowly, bring yourself back up. Okay. And back into lotus position. Alright. Thank you, Elevate. Thank you so much. And now we're just gonna breathe for a minute, okay, Jimmies? Recollect your mind, your body, that connection through the affirmations. Great job, Chimmies. Take a moment to see, feel, think of how you feel before and after the activity, how your body is responding, of course. And taking those breaths you need, extra breaths. Taking a little bit of more water and sit in it for a little bit longer. Your Monday homework and for the rest of the week, of course, along with all the other little activities we'll do. And mindful practice, I want you to speak and repeat an affirmation or a statement that resonates close to your heart. And say it out loud or say it to self to help your subconscious, okay? Look for the evidence and be commanded, okay, to do that activity, to look for that evidence of those affirmations and you pouring into that cup. And I want you to sit in it so that it also supports that feeling, okay? So the evidence that is looking for supports that feeling. And become immersed in that feeling. Feel it, sense it, taste it, smell it, visualize it. Become it, okay? Immerse yourself with it. And remember, that's telling the brain, your subconscious, hey, get me this evidence. This is how I want to feel. I know you have it there. Be proud of the strength that you built here today. Slow and low, but still. Be proud of what you did, Chimmies, okay? Be proud of the strength that you built here today. Make sure that you're taking that feeling, okay? You did the work. And although slow but low, it was still the work that you did, okay? Because every rep that you did, every hold, every breath, every thought, every word that you repeated, and that feeling, every piece of feeling that you felt, it mattered, Jimmy, okay? Thank you for being here, Chimmies. I appreciate you guys for taking the time and space to be with self and treating self kind.
okay, and starting or continuing to build that confidence, okay? I hope this session has brought you comfort, peace, and happy vibes. And don't forget to catch the replays on the platforms where I post them at, so you guys can get your fill of your mindfulness, of course, okay? And if today hit as always, please leave your comments, leave your experiences, leave whatever you have felt, whatever you feel that you want to share in the comments amongst all the platforms. And as always, make sure that you remember to take your mindfulness and always listen to your body's needs, all right? Listen, feel for it, sit with it so that you know what you need to do. And if you don't know, look into all the resources or tap into that brain, because it knows, all right? Command it, all right? Much love, Jimmys. Thank you for being here. And of course, peace and harmonious dancing, mindfulness, and meditative vibes. I love you, Jimmys. Until next vibe.